Stop trying to fix your weaknesses. Outsource them. One of the best ways, one of the fastest ways to make money is by partnering with other wholesalers on the buy side and the sell side. And I'm going to be talking about that on this video, how to make more money faster and easier by partnering with other wholesalers. Stay tuned. I've done a lot of deals over the years, and almost every deal, if not every single deal that I've ever done, I've always partnered with somebody else doing the deal. Whether it's they bring me the deal, I partner with somebody on buying the deal, or they help me sell the deal on the sales side of the deal. So I want to teach you this because I was doing a coaching call this morning, and I was talking about with my students, and some of them, they don't have a ton of money to do a lot of direct mail, right? So people either have money or they have time, and sometimes they don't have both, they have one or the other, right? Well, if you're somebody who has a lot of time but no money, what if you partnered with somebody else who has the money that can do the direct mail for you and you split the deals? Let's say you have a bunch of money for marketing, but you don't have the time to handle all the leads. What if you find somebody else that can you do the marketing and then get somebody else to work the leads for you, and you can partner with that, all right? I'm not talking about creating business partners necessarily, but you can partner on a deal-by-deal basis. So back in 2012-ish, so this was 10 or 12 years ago, we were doing a lot of deals, and I wanted to do more. Now, when I say a lot, I was doing a couple deals a month, but I wanted to do more, and so I thought, well, I need to hire an acquisitions manager. So I hired an acquisitions guy. I also hired a local assistant, so now I had 2 people on my team. The acquisitions guy was mostly commission, but I still had to pay him a little bit. But I thought, great, I want to hire an acquisitions guy, and that's going to free up a lot of things, get off of my plate. Well, the opposite happened. We actually started doing more deals, and I was more busy than ever. I thought an acquisitions manager would help me have more free time, and it didn't, because we were doing more deals. So I was signing more checks, sending more money to the title company, signing more documents, going to the title company, worrying about, when deals fall through at the last minute or whatever. And every deal was different, and so I was constantly talking to the acquisitions manager about what we should do with this deal, what we should do with that deal, or a deal falls through or whatever. And I found that, like, man, I'm working harder than ever and I'm making the same amount of money than I did before. This is a little weird. So I called my coach at the time. I said, hey, I want to do more deals, but I'm working way too hard. What's going on here? And he said, you need to reverse the process. He said, it's called reverse wholesaling. And the guy's name is Kent Clothier. He's been in the business a long, long time. And I hired him as a coach back then. And he said, you need to reverse the process. And he said, you need to find the buyers first and then go find deals for them. So we were doing a bunch of marketing, spending tens of thousands of dollars a month on marketing, and being profitable, but just working way too hard, right? Spinning my wheels, I felt like. And the acquisitions manager was good, but it didn't help any in terms of my time, and we weren't making any more profit. He was obviously making more money, right? Instead of focusing on finding sellers first, we started finding buyers first, okay? What we do is we'd send letters to buyers that were buying in other states outside of those states, and they were buying rental properties. For example, Shelby County, Tennessee, a lot of investors buy rental properties in Memphis from outside of Tennessee. If anybody bought a property in the last 6 months, we'd send them a letter saying, hey, we are the premier real estate investing company in St. Louis. We see that you're buying a bunch of properties in Memphis. If you'd like to see some of our properties, give us a call. And we started doing a lot of those letters to about 4 or 5 different counties. Well, we didn't get a tremendous response, right? But we got enough. And those letters, the phone numbers went to our cell phone numbers. So we were talking with these guys directly, immediately when they called. That's a big tip right there too, all right? So anyway, what happens? We started getting so many buyers. We would ask them, like, how many deals are you looking to buy? How much money do you have to invest? How quickly are you looking to buy deals? And we would find out from them. And all of a sudden we had 4 or 5 buyers, and we had over $1 million saying, hey, we want to spend some money. So now we pretended to be the big hedge fund in town with $1 million burning a hole in our pocket. And we started spreading the word. So we started calling every realtor, property manager, wholesaler, investor, everybody we knew in the business, in the game, in St. Louis, saying, hey, bring us your deals. We've got money. This is what we're looking for. The light bulb's coming off here. All right, so this is what happened. We started getting tons of people bringing us their deals. And we stopped all of our seller marketing. Again, we were spending $10,000, $20,000 a month on seller marketing. Within a couple months, we stopped doing any of that because we had so many other people bringing us deals. So this is where now we are partnering with other wholesalers on buying deals. But we weren't buying them, we were just assigning them to our other buyers, okay? And the crazy thing was, and this blew me away, it still blows me away today because I see it all the time. We had wholesalers and realtors and property managers that were bringing us great deals, but they didn't have the buyers. They couldn't close on them. And they're like, Joe, I don't care if I don't make anything. I got to close on this deal. Can you buy it? Can your buyers buy it? And then some realtors would say, listen, if I could just make $500 commission, $500. Some would say, like, I was hoping I could make $10,000 commission or wholesale fee, but if I could just make $1,000 or $2,000, I'd be happy with that. That's the crazy thing, because now we have other people bringing us deals. Sometimes the deals weren't that good, and we would say to the guy, hey, listen, that's not a good deal. You probably need to be at this price. So we knew what our buyers wanted, right? And we would say, no, you're trying to sell this deal for $65,000. We could buy it for $50,000. So that wholesaler now would go back to the seller, negotiate a lower price, and we would have a good deal. So we went from doing 1 or 2 deals a month, maybe 3 deals a month, to doing 8 or 10 deals a month just with this little switch, okay? And guess how much more work I was doing? Practically none, okay? My acquisitions manager now was the liaison between our buyers and he would once a week he'd send out an email to our network list of maybe 100, 150 people. Again, wholesalers, realtors, investors, property managers. And all we would do is send out these emails, and he would go to local real estate clubs and say, hey, have you got any deals? Do you have anything? So that's just another example of how you can partner with other wholesalers on buying deals. There's a lot of people out there who have good deals but don't know how to sell them, don't have buyers for them. And when you can come in and say, hey, bring me your deals, I'll buy them, or I have buyers that will buy them, or I'll help you structure owner financing or lease option or subject to, bring me your deals. There is a gold mine out there. There's a lot of guys from YouTube University, God bless YouTube, that are doing a lot of this marketing right now and have no idea what to do with these deals that they have. So you need to present yourself now as the expert. You need to present yourself as the hedge fund with $1 million burning a hole in your pocket if you have buyers and if you really do, okay? Or you can present yourself as the lease option expert, the subject to expert, the guy or gal that can put together creative deals. Maybe you put yourself out there as the land guy, right? Like, I can do land deals, send me your land deals, or I can do subdivides, or I can do entitlements, I can do big deals, I can do 100-acre deals in Texas, whatever it is, right? Put yourself out there and say, I've got the money, I got the expertise, send me your deals, we'll partner on them. Guys, listen, I have people in my Facebook group that are partnering with other people, and they're just, I partner with people too, but I'm letting my other students and clients and friends partner with my other clients and friends, right? I'm just letting everybody do deals together, because sometimes when you're new, you're like, man, I want to do deals, but I don't have the money to close, or I'm afraid that something bad's going to happen, or I don't know how the whole process works. But somebody else out there does, like you. And you can put the deal together and partner with other people who bring you the deals. Does that make sense? So part 2 of this now is, how do you partner with other wholesalers or other investors on selling your deals when you have the deal yourself, okay? This is really easy. Now, I came up with this because I have 4 kids. We homeschool the kids, and we wanted to travel more. We wanted to go to Europe for 3 months. We wanted to go in an RV for 3 months, and we did. So I had this business now. I'm doing a lot of deals, and at this time I was doing more lease options, more creative financing deals or something like that. And I was not working with this acquisition guy anymore. So this was maybe 5 years later. And I started thinking about, like, I don't want to do anything anymore, right? Like, I made a list of all of the steps on how to do a deal, and I said, how can I do none of this? But I don't want to do any of this stuff, right? I want to focus on $500 an hour activities, not $5 an hour activities. And like my friend Jerry Norton says, I'm not just interested in doing deals. I want to build a business that does deals. Do you understand the difference? I don't want to just do 1 deal a month. I want a business that does 3 deals a month. How do you do that? Well, it starts with asking bigger and better questions. So this is what I did. I thought, well, all right, marketing, that's the first thing. I could have this company do my marketing for me, all right? And then I had an assistant. I said, I want the assistant to manage all of the marketing for me and to track all the leads for me. All right, so I got that figured out. Now I need somebody to answer the calls. I wanted to be different than everybody else out there, so I wanted somebody that would answer the calls live. Hired a VA from the Philippines with good English, and she answered all the calls live. Now, all right, so I need a system to handle all these leads. At the time, we used Podio. Don't recommend it anymore. recommend FreedomSoft, freedomsoftjoe.com to get my customized signature edition of FreedomSoft. All right, so anyway, all of the leads came into a CRM. Now what? Who's going to handle the leads? I'm doing all this marketing. So I started thinking about who are some friends that I know that do a lot of real estate deals. And so I called them. These are guys that I know and trust, I have a relationship with. I said, hey, listen, I'm doing a bunch of marketing. I want to go travel to Europe. I don't want to do this anymore by myself, or I don't want to hire teams of people. Do you want to partner on these deals together? I said, I'm going to do the marketing. I'll pre-screen the leads. I'll put them in the CRM, in the database, and I will give you a VA. All you need to do is take these pre-screened leads, call the sellers back, go meet them in person, talk to them, and make an offer and wholesale the deal. We'll split the net profits 50-50. I'll pay for the marketing, you do with the time. And guess what? It worked. I started doing deals in about 4 different states with about 3 or 4 different wholesalers, 4 or 5 deals a month, okay? And I did zero work, zero. They did everything. Now, was it fair? Of course it was. These are wholesalers, you know what they're good at? They don't want to be behind a desk, buried in Post-it notes, on the phone, dealing with unmotivated sellers. I'm looking for wholesalers that already have the money to close these deals. They're good at what I'm not good at, which is talking to sellers, negotiating the deals, going to look at the house, building rapport with sellers. I don't like doing that. I'm not good at it. I want to get somebody else to do it. I don't want to drive around town looking at houses. I know I'm not good at negotiating with sellers. So I would find people that were. And they were not good at the marketing, the systems, getting the leads, pre-screening the leads, doing virtual assistants and stuff like that. So it was a dream, a match made in heaven. They're like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. You're seriously going to do the marketing. You're going to pre-screen the leads. You're going to give me a VA to do the data entry stuff and to do the follow-up and all of that. And all I have to do is take your pre-screened leads and go meet with the seller and get it under contract and sell it to my buyers that I already have, with my money that I already have, with the title company that I already have, and the team and all of that. Yes. Do you see how this is just a win-win and match made in heaven? I loved it. I got so excited about it. So like, even though I'm splitting the pie, it's a bigger pie, and there's more of them. There's more pies because the wholesaler is better at negotiating with them than I am. The seller can go meet them in person, which I couldn't do, and he can negotiate a bigger discount, right? And he has better buyers, so guess what that means? He can sell the deals for more than what I could sell them for. So even though I'm splitting the pie 50-50 with them, still make more money at the end of the day. You see the power of this, guys? When you can partner with other people, you make more money. You can do more deals. You can make more money faster than you can doing it on your own. Isn't that amazing? I love that. So ever since then, I've always partnered with people on deals. Either they bring me deals or they bring me buyers for my deals. So I want to challenge you to think bigger. Think bigger. And don't think that you have to do it all yourself. You don't. You don't have to do it all yourself. You need to find other people. Now, some people ask all the time, well, what if the wholesaler goes around your back and cuts you out of the deal? Well, there's a few things that we did to safeguard that. Number one, I picked the wholesaler first, and then I went into the market that they were in. So these are people that I knew and had a good relationship with. The second thing is we did everything in one CRM where everybody could see everything. We agreed in advance that they would keep all their notes in this CRM. I would see the A to B contracts, and I would see the B to C contracts, and all the closing documents in that file. So there was no just me trusting them that they would get what they wanted. You know what I mean? So everything was open book in one CRM. And the third thing is you got to remember these wholesalers that I was partnering with. I'm the goose laying the golden eggs, man. I'm the one doing the marketing. I'm the one with the systems and the VAs pre-screening the leads. That's the last thing that these wholesalers want to do. There was 1 or 2 guys I worked with who were like, this is awesome, Joe. I know what to do now. I'm just going to do it on my own. I said, okay, fine, go ahead. Every single one of them that did that. And I did this, I helped a lot of clients do this as well. Every time I heard this happen, that wholesaler would come back a couple months later. It's like, okay, can we do this again together? Because I didn't realize how hard it is to send out the marketing and pre-screen these leads, et cetera, et cetera. So I love this strategy. You can do it too for their houses or for vacant land or commercial properties. If you're not good at one thing, find somebody else who's good at it. Here's the main point, and I'll wrap it up with this, all right? Stop trying to fix your weaknesses. Outsource them, all right? You might not be good at talking to sellers. Find somebody who is. You may not be good at the computers and stuff like that. Find somebody who is. Stop asking how and start asking who. All right, that's all I got for now. Listen, if you want more information, you can go right now to get my land kit for free at simplelandkit.com. I'm going to give you another resource too. If you want to learn how to do deals with me, go to dealswithjoe.com, dealswithjoe.com, and you get a bunch of information there. I have a $7 course on how to wholesale houses. Pretty soon I'm adding in content like a fast start guide to wholesaling land in dealswithjoe.com. Check that out. And if you want my free land kit, it's only free for a little bit because I'm going to start charging for it. simplelandkit.com. We'll see you guys. I appreciate y'all. Bye-bye.